Good evening, everybody. It is now about quarter to midnight. It's been a most amazing day. It's been a marvellous day. I just had to hop on here. I've just got home from the Ride Illuminated Carnival 2018. Hi Tristan, hi Mo. I just had to jump on here and say what an awesome day, what an awesome evening, what an awesome week it's been. Tonight the carnival was amazing. Absolutely, it was amazing. Unfortunately, I didn't get the titles put in at the top. The phone decided to have some funny 5 minutes, and as I'm trying to get ready just before the carnival leads off, the phone decides actually it's going to start playing. It wanted to rotate itself the wrong way, and so I didn't actually get titles in. It didn't matter. It was much better to go live and catch it. So I went live at down at the Esplanade and near the Ride Castle. I did get the ferry lights sorted. Yes, Tristan, it was marvellous. It was a whole week, a whole season, a whole evening of people and people coming together. Look, I've still got one of these things around my neck. Mo was on the Boro bike. People were very generous. Some of the families of the Toy Story group, they gave us lights like this. I think Dominic had lights. I hope there were lots of pictures taken on the Boro bike because, of course, I wasn't on it tonight. I was busy catching the whole live stream. One of the families from the Toy Story. Hi, Heidi. Heidi's one of the wonderful volunteers. I just had to stop on here. I couldn't go to bed without saying what an awesome time we've had. It's been amazing. Such an amazing week, such an amazing season. Finished off. Actually, there's one carnival left to go tomorrow, but tonight it was absolutely, well, I don't know how many hours of volunteers work went into tonight, but really, Heidi, you and the team of Ride Carnival just did such a fantastic job. It's amazing, and we're going to be sharing that with the world. We're going to share the heck out of these live streams. You know, it was just absolutely marvellous. I will get them loaded to YouTube as well as to Facebook. We didn't seem to have any issues with copyright music tonight. I don't know whether they were playing different songs or what. So far, it seems so good. And I feel absolutely elated. So goodness knows how the team feel that actually were behind putting it on. There were hundreds of people in Ride tonight, thousands of people probably. I have no idea knowing. It was absolutely packed at the beginning on the Esplanade bit from the boating lake to Ride Castle, which was the bit that I streamed on there. And then it took an hour from the beginning of the parade till it had all gone past me. And then after it had finished going past me, I went up to the other end of town to near the bottom of Union Street, where it comes down Union Street, comes round the corner, and I was right just at the finishing point. And they did a marvellous job. Those people must have been so tired, everybody, because of course it's a long route and it's uphill to start with and round and down. I recorded it twice. The only regret I have is that as I just started to record the second session, as they came down, the phone went into a funny few minutes. I'd put in the titles, I went to do it, and it decided to try and rotate itself the wrong way. Had to kill it and start again, which meant that the Meridian band were not on the front of they were leading the parade, and I just missed them, but I managed to just go straight live without any titles to catch the rest of it. Team Ride Carnival, team all the other carnivals, you have done an amazing job. And not only that, it's brought a community together. I've made so many friends through all these carnivals. I've just seen the Toy Story people. They lent us hats for all the people going on the Boro bike. They gave us these things. It was just amazing. And then hi Shania, another one of the lovely volunteers coming in, just saying, team awesome. What an awesome community. What an awesome evening. What an awesome season. I just don't know what else to say but awesome. I won't go to sleep yet. I can't go to sleep. I'm too buzzing. And I just thought I had to come in. Hi, Tracy. All these lovely people who've given so many people so much enjoyment. But of course, you haven't only given enjoyment to the people here in Ride tonight or the people wherever they were. You've given enjoyment to people. Yes, I've just got home, Shania, too. My brother did give me a lift home. If anybody was watching the second live stream. So I did it once at the front of the parade, and then I did it at the end of the parade, and it was absolutely, Tracy, the most fantastic evening. So many people giving up so much time for the enjoyment of so many, and of course, because of the power of the live stream, not only did you entertain the crowd here on the Isle of Wight, you've entertained people across the globe. And we will continue to do that because, folks, I want you to keep sharing this. Share and share and share, because not everybody will have seen it tonight. It was amazing. I'm just so excited. I'm so thrilled. 130 years of Ride Carnival. All the other carnivals, doing really well. And when I say Ride Carnival, I embrace the whole island and all the teams that have been doing this awesome work. So many hours. I could not even begin to guess how many voluntary hours have been put in to make that experience. Now Tristan's put something up. Oh, was that the first one or the second one, Tristan? I don't know which one you're putting in there. Thank you, Tristan. Tristan is the reason I do what I do. He taught me to do it when he was living in Australia and I was almost housebound through a bad leg. He gave me the experience of seeing what you could do. We gave out teddies a lot of... Oh, wow. Now, that's just amazing, Tracy. Tracy is part of the Keezy. Now, have I said it right? I'm still getting the name wrong, and I apologise. But, but Keezy Kindness people have been giving teddies out. They are a charity set up in memory of a gorgeous little girl, and they want to make... Oh, that's the first one, and he's just sharing the second one. They've been giving out teddies. I wish I'd seen that as you were doing it. I could have caught it on camera, but they are making children smile. They had a wonderful event last week that I went and live streamed. They are an amazing charity, a small island charity, but we're going to give them lots of love and lots of visibility raised going forward. We've got the videos from last week that we can just share the heck out of as well. So much great stuff. So they were in the carnival tonight. There were so many people. That carnival was so long. And if you watched the live stream I did before the carnival set off, I went round talking to all the floats, looking at the floats, talking to the people, as I often do, giving you a little flavour of what was to come. And it was such a long way I had to run. Anybody who knows Ride, I went all one side of the boating lake where all the carnival queens were. Then I had to go the other side of the boating lake, and I went all the way right down to the very last one. And then I had to run back to make sure I got back to live stream. And then, of course, what happened was the roads were so packed, I had a job to find a space to get in. Next year, folks, I need a second person who saves me a space. Oh, that was the pre-carnival one. Thank you, Tristan. And I need to put titles in them because they I had to go live without the titles, but it was more important to just push the button and go live than actually get the title in. And so an amazing, I have made, as I say, so many friends. This is such who enjoyed watching. Tristan's saying who enjoyed watching. Some of the people who are talking in here, Tristan, are actually people who were in the carnival, so they haven't actually watched the carnivals back yet. There's Heidi. So few volunteers. That's right. So what we want is more volunteers. I can't see all your comments, Heidi. I'm going to try and bring it up on my main screen, but I haven't got the right page up yet because the computer's doing silly things. But Heidi, you must feel so proud. So must all the team. I know Liz, as Heidi's sister, Liz is the chair of the Carnival Committee, but everybody worked so hard, and you really must congratulate yourselves and give yourselves such a big pat on the back. Of course, I did the first live stream down at one end, then I did this second live stream at the other end, at which time my brother had joined me, and we were having some happy banter all the way through. I hope you liked the comments. A lot of people did seem to like the humour that went on there. My brother and I are going to be known going forward as the streaming siblings. We are going to do some broadcasts, just the two of us, which, you know, you might like. But tonight, it's not about that. Tonight, it's about the amazing experience of so many people. And I've met so many. I don't know what I'm going to do next week when I've not got carnivals to go to. I'm sure I shall find something. But as my brother went to get the car, because I persuaded him to give me a lift home, there was banter about that on the live stream. And he said, oh, I could go on the bus. He never meant it, really. And so he actually did give me a lift home. And boy, was I grateful to that. And as we were going to meet him in the car, there was some of the team Toy Story. I mean, I can't, you know, so many wonderful people in the carnival, but the Toy Story people were there, and they were all, you know, they were just such a friendly bunch. Everybody was friendly, but there was lovely, nice greetings and that at the end there. So many wonderful people. You know. Oh, wonderful. So you've done both. You've watched it live and you've watched the live stream. Excellent. There's Mike coming in now. So folks, if you enjoyed it, I'm going to be a bit cheeky and I'm going to ask if you will give me some reviews. It would be really nice to get the reviews. And that's show the love. Excellent. Thank you. On Facebook, you can put a review on my personal page or on the isleofwight.live if you enjoyed it. How am I? I'm cream crackered, but I am elated, Mike. It was, as you just come into the broadcast, I was just saying, what a marvellous thing and a marvellous experience for me. I would enjoy watching the carnival, but I think I enjoy it even more bringing it to lots of people who can't get there. What I was saying a bit earlier, Tristan, my son, is in the broadcast here now. Oh, he's giving you where you can go and put the reviews. Thank you, folks. If you would, that would be really, really kind. And shared already. Thank you, Mike. Some of you already have. I know loads of you have done that. But I was just saying that when Tristan was living in Australia, he used to, we call it scoping then. He was periscoping, which was a live stream, not on Facebook, another platform. And he was scoping around Australia when I was almost housebound with a bad leg. And that's what gave me that, wow, isn't this wonderful? What a wonderful experience. I can go on a world trip without ever having to buy a passport to even leave my house, which at that stage it was very difficult for me because I had a very bad leg, didn't have transport. And so I knew that experience was so marvellous. And now my health has improved. I took the grain out of my diet with the help of a friend and my health got better, just miraculous. And I'm so grateful because now I am able to offer that experience to other people. And I've had some wonderful comments coming in about how people are housebound or for one reason or another can't get out. And they've been able to watch it. The people in the carnival love it because when you're in a carnival, you can't watch it, can you? You're actually in it, so you don't see what else is around you. And so that's been wonderful for those people. I think all in all, we can all pat ourselves on the back and congratulate ourselves. Every one of you here in the broadcast, you've shared, you've watched, you've made nice comments, and I have thoroughly enjoyed doing what I do. I've even made friends with people at the side of the road when they've seen me live streaming because my phone that I'm talking to now here, my iPhone is here. It's in a mount. It's called, thank you. It's called an iow, this mount that it's in, and it's on a little tripod. And people have said, oh, what's that gear you've got there? What are you doing? And even that's opened up a huge community. And I will tell you tonight, I was having fish and chips in the Tony's Fish Shop and an iow, that's brilliant, yes. And I was having fish and chips, and again, somebody on the next table said to me, what's that you've got there? You know, and it's opened up a conversation. And it was one of twins, 80-year-old twins, One of them uses Facebook, one of them doesn't. The one who asked me about the gear. And do you know what? I taught him to do a live stream tonight at age 80. So, you know, I'm going to be 68 next week. He's 80, and I just showed him how to do it, and he lapped it up. He was so excited. Am I doing? Yes, I am. Mike, I haven't even looked at the bus times yet. I will be looking at the timetables and making sure that I get over there. I did oversleep this morning and had to get a taxi into town because I was judging the competition, the carnival competition. There was any plans for Tuesday, Mum? Chilling out, I think. I don't know. Monday I've got plans. I'm live streaming a shop in Seaview. Not quite sure about Tuesday. Was there any reason you asked, Tristan? I'm not sure. Anyway, so this morning, yes, I was supposed to be judging a competition of garden in a wheelbarrow, and I woke up at 10:30, and I needed to be in town for 11. Quick, ring ride taxis. Can you be here in 20 minutes? Yes, they could. Fantastic. Golivegranny went, got there, and she went live as well, fortunately, thanks to being powered by ride taxis. And then I went and had my brunch in Keevers, who power me a lot. And then I went and had cups of tea in Tony's fish shop, and they powered up my charger. What time's the carnival tomorrow? I think it's 2 o'clock. Tristan, I don't know if you can just flick on and look up West White Carnival. I think if you can, that would be fantastic. This is my wonderful son. Without that wonderful son teaching me to do what I do, I wouldn't be a live stream. I wouldn't be Golivegranny. I would be probably fast asleep in bed by now, actually doing what people my age often do. But, hey, I am having far too much fun for that. And I thought, although it was 10 to midnight or quarter to midnight when I came on here, I knew some of you would be there coming in, to enjoy the excitement and the fun and the laughter we've had. So it has been amazing. I do have plans. I'm not going to, suddenly shut off for the winter and go quiet. There we are. Look, Tristan says, and without me, I wouldn't be teaching. We must do, we're going to write our books very soon. Oh, Tristan, do you want to drop your link in? Tristan, also, I need to do something. Tristan has just launched, Tristan, just pop a little comment in there that I can read, because I'm tired and I'm trying to remember. He's a part author of a book that's just available on Kindle at the moment for 99p. If you're into business, Tristan, try and drop that link in. Yes, jump in. Why don't you come in? Let's bring Tristan into the broadcast. Anybody who here we are. Let's just bring him in, because I'm very proud of what he. But everybody who's had anything to do with any of the live streams or anything I've been doing lately, big pats on the back for everybody. It's actually, congratulating us all. We've all been part of Team Awesome, and just trying to. Oh, he's coming in. Here he is. Hello. There he is, the boy himself. Do you like my unicorn gear?
I do. It's very cool. Right. Sorry, I'm quite tired. We've only just got back in from Luton because Rudy was talking in Luton today. So we went down there to support him. So I thought I would just quickly jump in, because on our way down there today, while you were talking about it, we got the news in, interestingly, while I was in the car on my way down there. I'm in a WhatsApp group. I'm a collaborative author in a sales book that went out, and it got published onto the platform yesterday. Bear in mind, we've just gone midnight. It'll be 2 days ago now. And it actually got to the #1 spot for not one, not two, but 3 different sales categories on Amazon Kindle today. So it's hit 3.
#1.
Yeah, so it's already #1. It's gone up. It's there. I haven't got the links on because I'm on my phone. I've literally haven't even unpacked. You can see the my computer desk is not even set up or anything. Because I've only literally just stepped back in. But yeah, it got released onto Kindle yesterday. It's available right now. It's a collaborative effort with 20 sales professionals, all sharing their tips, tricks, and how they're making really effective sales. And my whole chapter is all about social selling. So obviously that's what I do day to day. And that's not selling on social media. That's how to sell without selling. And it's 99p on Kindle right now. It is the best selling book. It's #1 for marketing and sales. It's #1 for, I forget what they are. I'd have to grab my other phone to have a look. But we got sales and marketing. We got for sales marketing and sales techniques, and for I think it was for telemarketing. So all of those categories are #1.
And when Tristan spoke to me earlier in the day, it was at #3, and he said, "Mum, you got to buy it today." I haven't had a chance because
that's okay. Like it still counts. Basically, the way it works with getting positioned is it needs to stay there for an amount of time, and then it gets badged as a bestseller. So it doesn't get badged, even though it is now in the top category. It doesn't get badged unless it retains its position. So it is still important. If people haven't got it and they wanted to support it, they can go and grab it. I will grab the other phone and drop the link in a sec. When you're talking, I'll go and get it. The most interesting thing out of that is loads of people have seen it because a movie's been made about it, but the Wolf of Wall Street, which was made into a movie, which is actually a sales professional that's been turned into a movie. Scrupulous, unscrupulous, leave that down to you to make your decisions. But he was at the #1 spot, and we've just knocked him off the #1 spot. So getting an announcement from a very excited group of people in WhatsApp saying we've beaten the wolf, we're beating the wolf away from the door, or something along those kinds of lines. Lots of wolf emojis going on. Lots of excited people celebrating with coffees and cocktails and beers. And I was on my way to take photos and video. I felt like I'd missed out a little bit on the celebration. So really good to be in here.
Look, there you are. Mike's going to buy it. Mike's down there buying it. He's putting in lots of love.
We've also heard today, because it's a collaboration.
There.
Because it's a collaborative thing.
I think that's my connection going.
Because it's a collaboration, the person who's organised it all has actually obviously been communicating and keeping us up to date. And actually, the Kindle needs to retain its position, obviously to get badged, but actually the paperback version of the book is actually due. It's what's called pre-media, so it's gone for approval and stuff like that before it's allowed to be released. And if it's due for release next week if there's no glitches. So if you wanted to support it in both, that would be amazing. Right now, it's only available on Kindle. So if you want to know how to absolutely crush it with sales, Sales Genius 1 is the name of the book. I'm going to drop the link in the comments here. It's a collaborative book, and we did get up to, in fact, let me see if I can bring it up. I'm going to let you talk for a minute while I quickly navigate on my phone to find it, because I was going to bring it up on screen.
And it's only 99p, isn't it? 99p on the Kindle version. And so what a great end to the evening. The fact that I've been out with you awesome crowd, and while you awesome crowd have been doing your awesome stuff, his awesome crowd have been doing their awesome stuff. So it's awesome all the way.
It has been a really, really good day. I wanted to give a big shout out to Rudy as well, that you had on the broadcast the other day. We were down to support him for what he was doing. He was actually talking today at an event that was really focused on mental health awareness, and so it was more about getting people focused on the opportunity for them to change how they're living their life to fulfill their true potential, which is literally what his kind of tagline is. He's a personal development coach, helping people to fulfill their true potential to live their best life today, and he really did get people thinking. He got people engaging and interacting as well, and he did a fantastic job. But we're all very, very tired and just got back in, so you caught me. If it had been a few minutes later, I may well have been dozing off, so you just about caught me. I'm just trying to grab the links, but all my phone batteries seem to be low and running slowly, so I'm just trying to grab it for you now.
I've been having issues trying to get up my main screen. My battery was running down. I'd gone through all the juice on almost all the juice on my battery pack. partway through the day, Tony's fish and chip shop powered me up some more. I do need a second one of these, I think, Tristan.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to say a massive thanks to Mike for offering to grab a copy. Like I say, it's 99p, so it's one of those kind of, it's a small gesture, but it actually means a load, and it's really nice to have people offering to support from all over. So the authors are actually, it's a global authorship. There's people from what I understand, I'm doing it from phone numbers as well. There's America, there's Australia, we've got obviously various places across the UK. So it really has got a lot of contribution from around the world. They're actually currently just trying to get all the geographic locations so that they can show what representation is being put into the book as well. So any support would be greatly appreciated. I'm actually gonna have to grab my computer because apparently the phone where I was going to grab the link is not going to load, so I'm actually just going to grab my computer to do it. So you'll just have to talk for a minute while I navigate my bag, because I may well need my hand.
I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can talk, but I can talk, folks. And so, as I say, the reason I live stream is because Tristan was in Australia. He took me on a tour of Australia with me sitting in my chair at home, no passport, nothing, no costs, and I just loved it. So once I got my health better, I decided that I would love to do the same for other people. And so many people have said that they appreciate it. There are housebound people who've been watching in, and that's great, you know. So so I'm just
sorry for the clack. So sorry for all the noise. I'm just putting you in the iographer so that I can
He's putting me in the iographer, and the iographer is a mount that we put our iPhones in. And the other day, Tristan knows the guy who set up the iographer, don't you?
Yeah.
And he actually had him in my broadcast the other day, and he wants to do something to help Golivegranny. I'm not quite sure what's happening there, but he was very supportive, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Dave's a fantastic guy. I've known Dave for a little while. In fact, I'm pretty sure you may well have shared a screen with him back in the days of Blab without realising at the time.
Right.
Because that's where our connection came from. I actually educated him around Snapchat, and then he's now a case study in my talks about Snapchat for people who use Snapchat as a customer service platform.
Right. Yeah. So and anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about when we say Blab, it was another social media platform where instead of like this, you've got me and Tristan in a screen. You could have up to 4 people in a screen back on the Blab days, but sadly Blab has gone. But other things are coming, aren't they? All sorts of things happening.
I don't know if you saw it today, but Nathan Haig is actually working on his Wowcast, which was supposed to be the next thing to come up like Blab. But obviously it hadn't got to that point as quickly as he would have liked. But he's actually literally in Phuket at the moment.
I got new people coming in. Hi Michelle. Hi Angela.
I've just found out why my connections are not working.
Right.
Apparently my sorry. I'll let you carry on.
So just let me say. So anybody just coming in now, if you don't know, this is my son Tristan. He's the youngest of my 3 children. He is the one who taught me to live stream and shared all the wonderful world of Australia. I was loved it, jumped it this week. Isle of Wight.
I'm gonna have to jump out and jump back in.
Isle of Wight, particularly. Go on.
I need to just jump out and jump back in because I have all my data.
He's going.
Give me 1 second. I'll be back.
Okay. He's going. Is he going? Has he gone? Don't know that he's gone. Hang on. I can still see him, but he's not there. Let's without the guest. So there we are. He's gone. I'm back. Yes. So for those of you just jumping in now who've just come in, I jump on live and say what an awesome evening it's been at the carnival. I've live streamed it twice. Loads of people have watched it. Loads of people have enjoyed the carnival. Loads of people have been in the carnival. There has been such a great community spirit, and it was absolutely awesome. And I don't know how many people have contributed to make it so awesome. And then, as I was just talking about that, my son was messaging and saying he's had an awesome day too. He's co-author of a book that's gone on to Kindle, and it's gone to the #1 slot tonight in various categories. And I didn't know that. When he spoke to me earlier in the day, he was at #3. He said, Mum, you can buy it to help us boost it. I haven't had a minute to go on and buy it, but they've got to the #1 slot already. It's about sales. So anybody who's in the business world, and it's about selling without selling. Or his chapter's about selling without selling. So he's going to jump back in a minute. But I just want to know if everybody, I expect there's a lot of very tired people coming into this broadcast, but actually who've enjoyed such an amazing time. That was for all the viewers. It was free, free entertainment, and there were thousands of people in Ryde tonight. I don't know. I don't know how to hazard a guess, because I was down on the seafront and it was packed down there. I'm sure Union Street was packed. I'm sure lots of the other parts of the town were packed. So, as I say, I live streamed it at the beginning, and then it took an hour to go past me, and then I walked up to the other end of the town and caught it as it came down. As I say, sadly, I just missed the band at the beginning because the phone decided to play up and have a funny 5 minutes at that point. But apart from that, and that was a shame, because it was the Meridian Corps of Drums who'd come over the pool in Dorset. They are on the first live stream. They're not on the second live stream, only because the phone decided to play up. This is when I wish I had 2 devices, and 2 devices running at the same time, because then if we got an issue with one, probably wouldn't have an issue with another one. But that, maybe that's something for the future. But as I say, I hope you all enjoyed it. And as I say, I've met so many wonderful people through live streaming the carnivals. I've got one more to do tomorrow. I think it starts at 2 in Colwell Common. I've got to even look up the bus times. I haven't got a clue about bus times on a Sunday out there. But I will look it up. I will find out. And, God willing, I will be there. And, but, as I had to jump on and just say how marvellous tonight's was. And all credit to every single volunteer, every single person in the carnival. It's down to all those wonderful people that make it what it is. But it's also down to the people who come and watch, either watching actually here or on the live stream. And as I say, along the way today, there he's back. Okay, so let's bring Tristan back in again. He was just sorting out his data, so let's add him back in. And let's see, because he's got I think he was going to drop the links in for his book, which I gave him permission to do, because I'm a very #proud mummy. But as I say, without him, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be knowing how to live stream or anything, so I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And I do have a plan. I'm not going to suddenly disappear and hibernate for the winter. I've got plans. I'm live streaming tomorrow, another carnival. I'm live streaming on Monday morning. I'm live streaming a community shop locally, and I've got some more plans coming up for some other things. So, as I say, lots planned. And then my lovely friends Janet and Leanne and Robert, they're down in Devon. Sorry, phone is playing up. That's me. That's me talking. That's not me. His phone is playing up. He does moderate my account sometimes, so there we go. I'm talking to myself. He's rejoining. Okay, right, let's try again. Hang on. Oh, I don't know. Perhaps he's rejoining. Perhaps he can do it himself. Can he? Don't know. Have I got to call you in, Tristan? Do I have to invite you in? Hi, Marianne. Aha, yes, let's add him again. There we go. So, and you know what? Years ago, when I was married to my first husband, he said to me, one of these days you will be able to see people that you're talking to on the phone. the technology's gone such a long way. It's marvellous, isn't it, that all these things. And when I was explaining to this gentleman tonight in the fish and chip shop, the 80-year-old man, one of twin guys that was sitting in there, and they were just lovely people. He's now a Facebook friend of mine as well, as you know, we met him, and phone won't rotate. Tristan, I was having, that's the issue I was having with mine. Do you want me to, I can't rotate mine. Oh, here he is. Tristan, that's the problem. That's the problem I had when I was trying to start the Carnival one the second time, and it's why I missed the band, because it didn't rotate. It was messing about.
Oh.
So don't know what
that's not good.
No, it wasn't good. Okay, so go on.
Okay, so I'm back in. Anyway, I've just managed to drop the links. Not sure if they've come up there. So Kindle Sales Genius 1, 20 top sales professionals sharing the sales secrets. Don't know why it's come up with a weird hashtag word there. That's strange. But yeah, basically, I got invited to go and collaborate, and my whole chapter is all about social selling. So for anyone who's interested in supporting it or finding out, or just selfishly wants to learn how to be better at sales, it's not just my bit. There's loads of really good tips on loads of different ways to do sales, regardless of industry. So it's definitely worth having a little look at and checking that out. Links are down below if anyone wants to do that. It's already #1 in 3 different categories. So when we did it, I'm actually going to bring them up and just double check that I gave you the right details a minute ago, because we had to do a quick screenshot of it to make sure. So we made #1. So we are on Kindle, the 822nd best book on the whole of Kindle at the moment. We're best for sales techniques, best for call center management, best for marketing and sales. So if you're looking in the sales and marketing, the management, the business and finance and law sections of it, that's where you'll find it. Or literally click the links or type in Sales Genius 1, and you'll find it. It's a gold covered book. So there's an opportunity there to go check it out and see. In fact, if I can quickly flick this round, I was trying to grab screenshots whilst I was on the road, so let me grab this, not while I was driving. So here it is. Good. Amazon bestsellers #1. So this is in the sales techniques section, but the most important part of this is that Jordan Belford is over here in #2 place. This guy is within the sales world is positioned as one of the best salespeople. Yet the book that I've contributed sits here at #1. So we've bumped him off the top spot. How long it will stay like that depends on the people supporting it, getting involved, clicking the link, spending 99p and helping us out. But yeah, really, really excited. One of the messages I saw, because each different group has a different best-selling book, was now we've beaten the wolf from the door, it's time to kick the spies out, because in one of the other categories, the top book was called A Legacy of Spies, was the top #1 selling book in the call center management section, and now we've bumped them off as well, so they're down into 2nd place as well. So we got #1 call center management, there we are, #1, and we've kicked off Legacy of Spies down into #2, so 2nd category there as well. So people just absolutely seem to go crazy, and actually they picked it up before we started promoting it. So again, because of the networks and the people there who had kind of teased about it, people had already gone to look. The idea was to promote it on Tuesday. So we're well ahead of schedule and we've already done it. So officially Amazon bestselling author now as well. So it's exciting.
Right, then I need to do the same. I need to get my book written, don't I?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. And by written, Tristan's taught me tips to, I'm not so good at writing, but of course, it can be either videoed, and one of the things that Tristan does is actually help people with that sort of thing, don't you, Tristan?
Yeah, we do actually. I've had a big meeting this evening about the process and all the services that are available, and obviously that content creation machine side we do is actually we've slightly adapted it in the last week or so, taking videos into written content, so full blogs and down into social media updates. We've actually now got a content creation machine plus option, which lends itself to creating additional graphics and doing outreach work on social as well. So it's not just having the content created, it's then using the content as a tool to then do outreach to obviously attract new leads, customers, so it starts to do lead generation for you.
So I can actually record my book and you can get it transcribed, yes? Is that the idea?
Sounds good. We actually had a conversation. I was doing a productivity talk in Milton Keynes this week, and there was a guy in there who they got to nearly the end, and he showed his book and he'd been an Amazon best-selling author as well. And my question, because obviously it was my presentation, and they all go around the room and they say what they'd taken and they give their little bit about what they do in their business and how it related. And he had said about doing his book, and my question to him was, did you write the book? Like, as in, did you actually physically sit down, and if so, how long did it take you? And he said, and his answer was far too long, which is quite common. It's the same with blogging. It's the same with writing any form of long form content. The thing with the long form content writing is people get writer's block. They get caught up. They get in their own way. So the minute you move them out of their own way and you empower them to do it a different way, which we use video as the platform for doing it, and then we take the video and we create content from that. It just speeds the process up. I'm lucky that I talk at about 200 words a minute. Most people do 120, but when you type, most people who type quickly do about 45 words a minute. So per minute of time you're investing in your book, as well as the writer's block, it's actually just less efficient. So going through, yes, there's needs for correction, there's sorting it out, there's getting it moved and changed, but the productivity increase is like nearly 400%. Now, those of you who've done the quick maths, you'll say, well, hold on, 45, let's call it 40 up to 120 isn't 400% increase. But the increase comes from removing all the other blocks. So there's not writer's block. So when you go to do it, you just do it. Like, you're actually increasing the productivity that extra bit. And it's something I'm really passionate about empowering people to do. People seem to think that it's, in fact, the page we've just written on our new website about it says, the very opening bit of it says, let's quickly dispel a myth. Blogging isn't difficult and it doesn't take a long time. It's just that you don't know what you don't know. So once you've got the knowledge on how to do it, it just opens up this whole world of extra time for you, where it's just there. Like, you can just get more done and you can focus in on doing what you do best. People say, it sounds like it's going to be really expensive though. You know, amazing service, probably can't afford it. Well, the service starts at less than £100, and that would be the equivalent of putting out a blog every single week, and it's £100 a month. So, like, looking at copywriters, looking at things like that, it is a quick and affordable solution. It's not your ultimate social media plan, but it's a good way to stay consistent. And you can attest to this with your live videos. How much more traction are you getting now you're being more consistent?
Amazing amount. We lost a bit of your dialogue just then as you were saying about that. Incredible. Since I jump on every day, and of course I go on more than once a day now, and people are saying to me, Lynn, you're all over the internet like a rash. Well, that's a plan. Yeah. That's the plan that was there, and now, yes, it's raising the visibility. And there's lovely Matt, who lent me Matt was the guy who produced lights from Lilac Lil today. So he's out from Newport Carnival, very tired, but probably very elated as well for a fantastic evening. But yes, so sorry, I forgot what you were saying because I went off on attack and I saw Matt come into the broadcast.
So I was just saying about just talking about the productivity side of things. So we just dropped the link in there again for anyone who joined the broadcast late on. Fantastic news to be a best-selling Amazon author in a collaborative book in not one, not two, but 3 of the sales categories. So if you wanted it right now, it's 99p to grab on Kindle. UK and US links are both down there. In fact, my phone is just pinging and going crazy in the group of authors, because they're from around the world. Different time zones are waking up and going to sleep, and it keeps the whole buzz going on. So it's exciting.
Well, exactly that was what got Ride Carnival to be the most popular in the UK, because as the UK was going to sleep, I was talking to Australia and America, and they were all voting as well for tonight. So it was, not only was it such a marvelous carnival, and the longest serving in the country, but it also had the bragging rights to be, we could actually say it was the most popular carnival in the country. And of course, as I say, by talking about Ride Carnival, I'm including all the carnival people on the island, because, you know, they come, that's one group together, and they all interact in each other's carnivals. So that was absolutely amazing to be able to stand there and say, what a marvelous carnival this is. It's the longest running in the country, and of course it's now official that it's most popular in the UK. That was absolute accolade, you know, and a tribute to all those people who volunteer. Matt's there, he's struggling to keep his eyes open. I'm not surprised. He walked all the way, you know. I can't even, I mean, you know, those people tonight, they walked along the seafront, they went up. And of course, Tristan, you know how steep Ride is. They went up Dover Street. They went all around the town. They came down. It was an hour. They took an hour to go past me the first time. I don't know if they were more spread out by the time they got to the end. So it was an amazing feat. So there we go. And I bet their feet are tired as well.
I did see you running. The bit I caught of you was literally as you had to run down the seafront, and much to more people's amusements, and you came up on screen, and Emily was here as well at the event with me when I was tuning into it, kind of out the back, and it was the point when you'd run down the seafront, and then we're shouting at people to get them to come over and get involved in it, and it was opening his eyes, because Rudy was not speaking at the time, so he was there and saying, look, it's really unashamedly just being yourself on camera and owning it. And one of the things I'd always said to you with your broadcast was, you used to go a little bit like this, and you used to get a bit quiet because of the people around you, and you're like, well, actually, no, I've got something to say, and I'm going to say it. And that was the topic of kind of a big general talk today at the event, was you've got a voice and people need to hear it. All you're doing is sharing it much bigger and wider.
Yeah. Do you remember, Tristan, the first Isle of Wight day 2 years ago? So we're coming up to the Isle of Wight, the third Isle of Wight day. You were here. Do you remember? You kept, okay. Night, Tracy. I didn't realise you were still here, but thank you so much. Tristan, do you remember that first Isle of Wight day when I was so nervous, and you kept, and only you were here? It was only you here in the flat with me, and I was trying to do it, and I was so, you know, but I persevered, didn't I? And that's the whole point about live stream. There we go. And so it was, you know, it was just getting on and practice. People think that I actually just came on camera and I'm like this. And I keep saying, no, I was that rabbit in the headlights, that shy, you know, much more nervous. And the more you do it, the more confidence you get. You know, and the ladies that go live, of course, that I connect with, they talk about confidence on camera. That's part of what they say as well. So, you know, and I just had to hop on here. I just couldn't help myself tonight, because there was too many people to say, what a wonderful evening. There we go. What's this? Number one duck race tomorrow in Market Deepings, Lincolnshire. Is this a friend? That guy is a friend of yours, isn't he?
Yeah, Guy is. So actually, Guy will be able to tell you about the content creation machine, because Guy is actually a user of the content creation machine. So he was actually here yesterday, recording his first sets of video to put through the content creation machine. So he's utilizing his time efficiently to record video to turn it into long form written content. And not only do we get you to do that, but we help you with the structure of what kind of content makes a good blog, what to talk about, how to position yourself, because we're using it as a positioning tool, very much like the book that I've just contributed to, and the reason you go on podcast and the reason that you do your Facebook Live is all positioning for you, your brand, your business. And so Guy can spend more time on doing what he does for business, which is, by the way, if you know anyone in hospitality, stock taking, I have to give him a massive shout out for this, because I have a much clearer understanding of his whole business, having listened to him creating that content, which of course is the purpose, is he's educating people about exactly what he does and how it benefits the business. So saving the money, keeping them on track, increasing their profitability, all these things where people, Guy and I chuckle about it because being from a hospitality background, I can relate. People refer to it as, oh, you're that guy who counts bottles and stuff. And it's a little bit more than that, because it's watching the profitability, watching trends in what's happening within the business. Yeah, reach out. If you know anyone in hospitality, they want to get someone who's doing stock taking. Guy's the guy. Guy's the person I would recommend. So please.
Guy's the guy. And a very useful first session it was. Thanks, Tristan. There we are. So all in all, it's been a marvelous week, and it's been a marvelous day, marvelous evening. So I think we really ought to finish the broadcast in a minute. We're both very tired. I do have to get out to Freshwater tomorrow. I've got to look up times because it's a Sunday service, and the buses are not so frequent. I've got to make sure I get there and out there to see that tomorrow. And so I think I probably need to go to bed in a minute, and probably you do too. And so I'm going to say thank you very much to the viewers who've come in at this late hour. And the thing is, once upon a time, I would never have dreamt of going on live stream at midnight, but I didn't care if anybody was there or not. I just had to get my message out. And there were some lovely people there who've been in. Some of them have left us now and gone to bed, because it is now 20 to 1 in the morning here in the UK. So I am going to say night. Okay, and
so it's good night from me,
and it's good night from him. Love you lots.
I'm gonna jump off and let you finish. Thanks for having me on. Love you. Bye. Whoops, he's not going from my screen. There we go, he's gone from my screen now. So there we go, folks. Thank you very much for all of you coming in. I really love and appreciate you all coming here. Rachel, sorry, we're just finishing the broadcast, but it's been a great one, but we do need to get sleep now. So love you all lots. See you all soon. It's bye from this unicorn. And tomorrow I might be something else. Who knows? But wherever I go, it's glitter all the way. Bye for now.